No, it's the morning after with Nicky Big J live here from day number 2 of Rock on the Range, hanging out with Pretty Reckless. Thank you guys for making some time. We appreciate it so much.
Of course.
Oh, thanks for having us, man.
No problem. You know, this is your first chance to be out of Rock on the Range. How has the experience been so far for everyone?
Wet.
Yeah, right?
Wet and chaotic, but
a little cold.
A little cold. I'm
amazing lineup today, though.
Very underdressed.
Yeah, that's a little chilly.
I was not expecting the weather, but we bring it everywhere, apparently. So.
Yeah, this was us yesterday. We had shorts on, and we were like, what a bunch of idiots. Because it's usually super hot in here.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah,
I got dressed
exactly.
this morning, and then I curled my hair, and walked outside, and it's raining.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair. You know, we actually drove all the way from Boise, Idaho here, did like a little road trip kind of thing, and we had a chance to pop in the Pretty Reckless CD and check it out on the way here to Columbus. Really well done. Going to Hell's an amazing album. I really like the way it sounds front to back. And, you know, that's the kind of thing when you put it together, I imagine that's what you want, an awesome listening experience from track 1 to track 12, right?
Exactly. It's, you know, it's done like an old school record where it's meant to be listened to from front to back, because if you do, you're going to hear the common themes and the storyline that kind of runs through it.
It's a record rather than a collection of singles.
Yeah, it's a record and not a collection of singles. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, and it captures a moment in time, you know, of where we were at when it was written. So it's kind of done like a proper old record.
Yeah, it's raw. It's raw. There's a lot of rawness to it.
Yeah, we definitely tried to keep that in mind on this record, is to keep it really stripped down and make it really a band record. Not a lot of production, not a lot of bells and whistles, just 2 guitars, bass, drums, vocals. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Showing off is what they call it.
Well,
it's showing off.
Well, we learned from touring that when you take all of the production out, there's nothing left to do but turn up the guitars. So that doesn't hurt
awesome.
anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, you know, did you guys approach this album a little bit different in the writing process? Was there a different way you going about it than maybe the last time around?
I wouldn't say different. I kind of I write Ben and I write everything. And we go away, and I can't write on the road. It's too chaotic. You need solace. So that process is still similar. I think the biggest difference is I was 14 when I wrote the first record, and I wrote this one when I'm just 20. So I'm older. So hopefully it's gotten better.
And there's a lot of well, I guess I want to say naughty, a little naughtiness in the themes of the songs.
A little sexiness.
Yeah, and your voice is it's amazing.
Thank you.
It really stands out, and I don't know if people really realize when they hear it that there's no filters or none of that in this at all. This is all your vocal.
Yeah.
How long have you been working on that? Because it just doesn't happen naturally, right?
Well, kinda.
Yeah. All right. I'm an idiot.
I don't know. I've been singing since I can remember, and again, it's kind of the same thing. I hope I'm better than I was when I was 5. So you just kind of.
I can guarantee you're better than now than you were 5.
Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
You had a chance to get a pretty big tour earlier on this year, and then you had the vocal problems. Was that the first time you ever had to clear a hurdle like that in your career?
Yeah. It's the first time. Well, I mean, it's the first time I've ever actually lost my voice to where I can sing or talk. And it's the same thing. I'm trying to talk quietly because you lose I've never lost my voice from singing. You lose it from screaming.
Right. Right.
And so I had lost it directing the Heaven Knows video because it was 2 days of that fog machine and screaming over the music, trying to direct the kids. And
as musicians, we can power through if we have an injury, but when you're a vocalist and you lose your voice, you're done.
We've done full tours where I'm like just deathly sick, and I don't cancel
powers
stuff,
through
and we just tune down.
It's the kids. Kids, man. Kids ruin everything.
Yeah,
I've been saying it for years. God,
Screw
man.
those kids. No, they were actually all really nice and sweet.
Was that scary for you?
Well, I knew it would come back because I didn't actually do any damage. It just sucked because it's the waiting game. Played a lot of guitar though.
There you go.
That's cool.
There you go. Well, listen, go out and buy the new album, Going to Hell. It is amazing, awesome front to back, as we said. Taylor you guys just announced a bunch of new tour dates in and around where we are. We'll get you in Boise soon. It's on our mission to make sure we get a Pretty Reckless date there.
Definitely.
You have actually done the impossible, and that is connect myself and my 13-year-old daughter in
That's
music.
awesome.
Because usually she's off listening to God knows what, One Direction. But she's like, oh, Daddy, she really loves your stuff, and sometimes like, I don't know if I should let you listen to all the albums. But I have to thank you for that, because I'm going to have to drag her maybe to Reno or something to go watch you guys play.
Definitely,
So
thank you. Well, I'm glad. I mean, I grew up on my dad's record collection, so it's now you got to get her a Zeppelin record.
yeah. We'll get her started with the Pretty Reckless, and then into
Get her some Beatles,
then into something
and
not as good
some,
like
you
Led
know,
Zeppelin.
Start on the right path.
Beatles,
Yeah.
Start her off right.
Morning After with Nick and Big J, Pretty Reckless live, Rock on the Range, day number 2. More interviews to come here on the X Rocks.